Welcome, this is the Modern Geek Podcast, coming at you live. Please subscribe through YouTube or Twitch. Hope you enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, this is the Modern Geek, also known as Vamp Mario, and we're going to be doing another unboxing of yet another Disney Infinity 3.0 Signal character, since it is the season. And again, similar to my last video when we unboxed Mickey, we're going to be doing another Disney character, so taking that departure away from Star Wars a little bit for all of us fans of Disney as well. And we're going to be doing an unboxing of Olaf from Disney Infinity 3.0. I'm going to put a disclaimer on this video, and I will do my best. I am going to have a rant about Olaf because, and I'll explain that later. But there is going to be a rant section of this video, so please stay tuned to it. It's going to be fun. I will be respectful to lots of people, but I'm going to speak my mind, so stay tuned for that. But here is Olaf. So previously in 1.0, we did have other Frozen characters join our mix, which is funny because Frozen was a film that had not come out yet, and it was funny because they did it in 1.0 as some of the characters that were going to be there, and of course Frozen became a huge hit, very popular, so people were clamming for more Frozen stuff, and they've included quite a bit in the game, but there was a feeling we needed some more. And Olaf, I will say from the film, I am a big Olaf fan. I like his character. I thought he was cute. I love the fact that he's a snowman that just wants to experience summer, even though we all know that summer will hurt the snowman, which is very, very interesting. And I love his "It's Summer," his big song, which is very, very funny and very, very cute. But yes, here he is. He's in his Disney Infinity form. And you can see that nice artwork of him. Just to give a primer on Disney Infinity, you take a figure and put it on a base, and you get to be this character. And the juxtaposition, really big thing of Infinity is to build and to create and to make things. And the idea is to make things where you take maybe a bit of Star Wars and a bit of Disney and a bit of Pixar and a bit of Marvel, and you make some sort of crazy thing out of it. So it is a game about mashups. It is a game about having fun. And really, you know, the concept is pretty simple. It's, if a kid took his toy box and dumped it on the floor, what kind of game would he make? And we all did it as kids, right? I mean, I know I did it. You know, He-Man, the Masters of the Universe would, man, I'm dating myself, would fight, you know, Spider-Man, and you'd set up these elaborate things in your room, and it was this mashup. So it's the beginning and was the purest form of what we call a mashup now. Smash Brothers, all these things where franchises come together and are in the same place. So that is Infinity. Now, if we take a look at the back of the box, we have Disney Infinity there, and of course, Disney Infinity is on its third version, which is why in the upper left-hand corner, you see 1.0 and 2.0 Olaf is not compatible with, but you can play with them in 3.0. So like other things in this genre, if you're familiar with Skylanders and other things, old things can work with new things, but new things can't work with old things. So it's forwards compatible, not backwards compatible. And then we have another picture there of kind of the physical thing in form. I put this thing on a base and I become Olaf. And then a little nice in-game art of Olaf, as well as a little brief description of Olaf. I'm going to read that now that I gave you a chance. So, Olaf, enchanted snow companion, outmaneuvers all obstacles with cool moves. And it says, play now in Toy Box 3.0. So Olaf is one of those characters that can only be used in the Toy Box creative part of the game, and is not able to play in the possibly Disney-themed playsets. He's excluded from those and doesn't have a playset. And you know that because it has the little toy box symbol. If it was available in other playsets, you would see that there. There are times where characters are hidden in play sets, but Olaf, I can tell you, is only going to be usable in the toy box. And then in addition, we have a roster of the Pixar and Disney characters that have come out for 3.0. We may see more. There are still figures, I think, that have not been confirmed. So we may have some additional news as we go. Now, I said there was going to be a rant coming, and here it is. So I'm going to be very frank with all of you, my wonderful viewers and wonderful supporters, that I love Olaf. I was a fan of him in the film, but as an Infinity figure, he's got some problems with me. Of course, as a completist, I was going to buy him, but it has been told and known, and it has been shared that so Olaf came to us at the expense of another character. So I'm going to completely date myself with this, but it was shared by John Vignacchi, the vice president of Disney Interactive, that Olaf bumped the spot of a very amazing character, and that character is a mallard of sorts. Actually, he is a mallard. Lives in St. Canard, which is a pretty amazing place, but his name is Darkwing Duck. So Olaf is the reason that I am not sitting here with a Darkwing Duck figure right now. He is the reason you folks voted for him, and he won, apparently by a little bit, even though we were kind of given some, and here goes the rant, we were given some service that, oh, well, Darkwing almost made it into 2.0, and he's a sure thing for 3.0. Sort of BB from Mr. Vignacchi, I believe, in an interview. I think I watched that. And if you formally see this on YouTube, Mr. Vignacchi, I mean, if there's an email and a phone call, I mean, whatever you want to do to just make me feel just a tiny bit better. I know those power discs are supposed to do it, where, you know, I got Darkwing's bike and his gun. Darkwing bike doesn't play the right music, but that's all, you know, it's all in the past. But yeah, so that is my personal little peeve with Mr. Olaf, is that he did beat out one of my favorite characters from my childhood. So I still love you, Olaf, but I'm a little annoyed at you. We're gonna have words, all right? So without further ado, and now that you've survived my rant, let's open this guy up. Awesome. I will say, I've noticed that these single figures are actually a little harder. They do not open as nicely as the playsets did. Oh, unless you have brutish man strength, like I just did. That was interesting. All right. So as all of our figures come, the first thing we get is an amazing card with Olaf, his name, all of his stuff. And then there is a code on the back of this card, which I am hiding with my finger. And the idea about this card is, for the PC and iPad version, you can redeem the code to play as that character. And here is Olaf slightly out of his package. Oh, he is by far the easiest character I've taken out of a box yet. All the other ones are really, really hard. Olaf definitely just popped right out. Okay, he is really light, so that's one thing I will say about him. I do a little 360 spin. Oh, that's funny too. It's funny when you spin him, because I can just think of him singing "Summer" like his big finish, and I'm like spinning him around like the hills are alive with the sound of music. So he is really cool. I mean, he's a cool figure, even though I have a personal vendetta against him because he took Darkwing Duck away from me. But his base is really cool. I mean, there are, and of course being a white figure is hard, but you can see the footprints of him walking up, a little flower there, which is really nice. You know, just him kind of in his glory, with his little stick arms and head and his carrot nose. You know, so in general, I mean, he obviously looks amazingly like Olaf. Even though he's in that Infinity style, you know, he's still a really cool figure. And I mean, it's easy when you do 3D modeling because the character is always going to look like the character, right? he's interesting because obviously the other Frozen characters are very different because they have these like Frozen bases, and it's kind of a fun fact. But the Anna and Elsa that we have in Infinity One, they didn't like, obviously they knew what the characters were going to look like and they knew that, but they didn't really know what the film was going to be like because nobody saw it because it wasn't done when they did Infinity One. So it's funny. John Vignacchi shares this a lot, that there are some powers and abilities and things that they gave to the character, and it just so happens that the film had those scenes in them, so it was kind of a win-win. So it'll be interesting to play as Olaf, to see, now that they've, obviously the material is out, the movie was out, and they could really build a character with all of that in it, you know, how that's going to change in his gameplay. He's actually a little smaller than Mickey. I mean, they're about the same size, but he's a little smaller than Mickey, so he's a little shorter, which is kind of funny. But I mean, all in all, he's a cool figure. He's definitely one I'm going to put on my shelf. He's not bad, but like I said, I'm a little peeved and a little annoyed, just about his whole thing, being that he took Darkwing Duck away from me. But he's still pretty cool, and I'll definitely have gameplay videos with him because he looks fun. So thank you guys again for watching and surviving my rant. We'll be doing some more unboxing as the days and weeks unfold. You know, really trying to take my time so we can enjoy all the content and really play with it and have a good time. So definitely, guys, thank you for watching. Please comment on the videos. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on Olaf. And if I swear you are one of those people that voted him over Darkwing Duck, I still want you as fans, and I will still respect you. You know, we might have a really good debate if you say that, for instance, Olaf was a better idea than Darkwing Duck. No, I'm a cool guy, fun guy. We'll have a good time. We'll talk about it. But yes, I'm a little heartbroken. I really want a Darkwing Duck figure. My prayers are that we'll get one down the road. Alright, guys. Well, thank you again, and we'll see you at the next video. So please take care, and remember, this is the Modern Geek, also known as Vamp Mario, and the only way you can watch me is if you subscribe to me. So take care.